Morning everybody. Welcome to a nice crisp November morning on the plot. Hope you're all keeping well. So today we've come over, we're going to be doing a few little bits. A job I was going to do about a week or so ago was to cover this over. I didn't get around to doing it, but today I'm going to do it. But the main job, which I'm going to make a start on, is going to be this little jungle. Now I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few lions, tigers and bears hidden in that lot somewhere. But as you can see, it's just been my dumping ground for this year. Couple of old pallets down there. Some brambles. Lots of thistle weeds over the back. We've got the bed here with the asparagus, which is starting to turn yellow, which is good. We've had a little visitor. Wants to dig a little hole in the corner. Could be a squirrel or a mouse, not sure. I will need to give this a little top dressing of manure once these start to die back. Get them set up for next year. But yeah, this is a bit of a mess, to say the least. Old bin, some more dried stuff there. Bindweed everywhere, all creeping up where I put the peas. And over here we've got pots of, I can't remember what they were, that obviously didn't get into the ground. Old bits of wood, rubbish. So yeah, I think I might start on this. I'm going to have a little fire as well. I think I'm going to burn most of this because it seems to be pretty dry. I'm going to get rid of some of the wood as well. I've got my little bin set up. Let's make a start. Now that we've cleared all the buckets and pots and the old pallets over here, they've all gone now. They've been stacked up down the back on top of the compost bins. We're going to go through and try and clear some of this. Now generally, when you get a new plot, it tends to look a little bit like this, and they suggest you just trim everything to the ground. But because there's so many seed heads in there, I'm first going to rake it through. Because we've got lots of bindweed as well, I'm going to rake it through, see what we find in there, and then I'm just going to get a normal pair of garden shears and just cut that down as low as possible. Now I have noticed this blackberry bush that we was training along here has decided to disappear into the undergrowth. I think I'm going to cut that bit off anyway because it's, pull that back there, it snapped there. This was going to be next year's growth, but that's now damaged. It'll probably be infected with a disease or something, so I'll probably just cut that off. Now I do have two cuttings of a thornless blackberry bush, so I'm in two minds whether to just dig this whole thing out and put a new cutting in. That's something I'll have a think about while I'm working my way through that. So we've made a start raking it through, and once you actually start getting all the grass and that out of the way, it doesn't actually look too bad down there. That's more than I can say for my day. I'm having a bit of a bad morning. As you can see, the first thing that happened was my rake head's come off. So I put that to one side and got my garden shears out, and the handle on one side of it has broken in half. So yeah, not a very good start to the day, but we'll push on anyway. I'll go and get my other rake. Now that we've got that all cleared, all raked over, we can actually see what we're playing with, which isn't too bad actually. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. I've decided with the blackberry bush that was along there, where it was coming out of the ground was quite a way away from where the post is. So I've decided just to cut it off and get rid of it. I'll dig it up, and I think I'll put one of the thornless ones across there. That'll be ready for digging when I get round to it. But it looks a lot better now, and it'll also stop the other plot holders from having a moan. I've also got a couple of big bundles, one there and one here, of what we raked up ready for burning. Now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and have a quick cup of tea actually before I start the next bit. But the next bit I think is I'm going to be going through this, seeing what a lot of this can go. It's old wood, it's no good, so that will go in for the burning, and we'll have a little rake through in there and see what we can find in there. And as if by magic, it's all gone. It's all raked over, got it all piled up on here. We've just started to get the fire on the go so we can get this all burnt. While that's burning though, I think I'm going to turn my attention to something a little bit different. I'm going to get this covered over here. So, but first I'm going to put a bit more manure on it before we cover it over. And so to sleep. That's another little job done. That's all nicely covered over now. Just another 3 beds to go. Got some more manure today, 3 or 4 barrel loads. Apart from that, there's not a lot else actually doing over here at the moment. We've got some sprouts that come still doing alright. We picked some of them today for dinner. Everything's looking quite nice and tidy on this side. But looking over on this side is a different story. Couple of row of parsnips and lots of weeds, and that wind is really starting to pick up now. So there you go, we've had a little fire today. We've burnt quite a bit of it. We've still got a little stack there, and we've still got the big stack over here. But it's starting to get a bit wet down the bottom of the pile, so I'm going to leave it, spread it out a bit, let it dry out for a few days. Hopefully we won't get any rain. So yeah, the next job will be just digging through it and getting rid of the weeds. But I think that'll do for today. So until next time, take care and bye bye for now.